everyone, and welcome back to Diamond Painting 211 with Emma. If this is the first time you've came across my channel, please, I'd love it if you would stay, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And every time I upload a video, you'll get a little ding dong on your phone. Okay, with that, today is the 4th of December. And we're going to open number 4 on today's Advent for 2021. And we can see, I can just see it right here actually, there and there. It's a smaller section. So I want to do this. I'm glad it's smaller because today is Nick's birthday and I don't want to be in here all day. So let's go on. So I actually have some questions. I wrote questions out. I wrote 16 I think. Okay, what else? I've got a colour block in this one and it's with F817. Let's start with these questions, yeah? Okay, question 1. Who do you watch on YouTube? I watch several people on YouTube. I watch Rachel Ray. I watch Mrs. Coffee, which is Crafting with Crochet and Coffee. Gracie's Diamond World. Rebecca from 4Kids at 147 and Add More Zest with Diamonds. Who else? The Uncrafty Crafter, Shine Like a Diamond, Diamond Painting Dog Dad, and also watch Diana Loves Colours. So I keep myself, everybody has their own way of doing their videos. They all have their own take on how they do these things. So I like to watch for variety. They also show different things, not just diamond painting, so it keeps the channel fresh. Who else? I'm sure there's more than that. Oh yeah, I also watch the Creative Chris, which is Creative and Chris, both starting with a K. He's quite good. But I do watch these different ones. I'd like to try and catch the lives, the ones that do go live. I think the only one I could really catch would be Rachel Ray, because she lives in Ireland, so her time zone matches up with mine. So when she goes live, I'll be able to catch that. Sorry, 1 second to get my little straightener. Question 2. What was your first diamond painting and do you have a picture? Yes, I do have a picture. My first diamond painting was a rhinestoned wolf that I bought from B&M, which I've mentioned before is a budget discount, it's a home discount store here in the UK. And it's like, it's a brick and mortar store. It's a chain store. You can browse their products online, but you can't purchase online, so it's in store only. And I will put a picture of it here, right here, just where this little pen is. That was my first one, and it was because, as I've mentioned before, I've heard of diamond painting years and years ago on the cross stitch forums, but I'd never known anything really about it. I'd never tried it until last year. So I thought, you know, I'm going to give this a shot. Because someone I know also tried it out. Not the same image, not the same canvas. She bought one from one of the China companies. I actually think she got it from Wish, if I'm being honest. And she was telling me about it as well. When I saw B&M with diamond paintings in, I thought, I'm going to try this, and that was me. I was hooked. But yeah, it's not a very good picture, as you'd have seen, but it's my first one. I managed to frame it. Don't know how I managed to frame it, but I framed it. It was awkward because of its size, and I have been diamond painting ever since. Question 3. How many diamond paintings have you done? I have no clue how many I've done. More than 10. We'll say more than 10 because we know it's more than 10. I actually have no idea. I've done quite a few 40 by 50s in square. In fact, the first square I'd done, I think, was maybe a 55 by 65, maybe 75. And it was a Santa, which I put up in my living room around about Christmas time when I'm decorating the house. And I will find a picture of Santa and put it here. And he was my very first square, and I'm going to spill these jewels everywhere. And I have been doing squares since. I do like to do rounds, but I seem to prefer squares these days. I think it's more so for the detail rather than the time. But I really have no idea how many I have done. That is not really a question you can ask someone who's been diamond painting for more than a year. How many have you done? Have you counted them? Nope. Are you going to? Probably not. But yeah. At least 25. And all different sizes. Question 4. Have you sold or gifted any diamond paintings? Paintings. I have never sold any of my completed paintings, as I have no idea how to do this. I've never sold any of my paintings, so I wouldn't know where to begin on that. I have, however, gifted them. I done a diamond painting for my daughter of Van Gogh's Starry Night, which happens to be my favourite painting by my favourite artist. I've always had a soft spot for Van Gogh, always. I did do a couple of 4x4 from diamond dots for my mum, but I obviously have them back now since my mum's no longer with us. One was just a shamrock, or I think it was a clover. I think mainly because we've got Irish heritage. Another one was a love heart, a multicoloured love heart saying love. It actually said love in multicolours in the shape of the love heart. Have I gifted it? Yes, I've done that Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad. I've done that for my best friend for Christmas last year. That was very well received. She adores that. Have I gifted any more? There's a couple I've given to Kaylee for her room. There's one I've done for Nathan for his room, and I've done one for Nick. But yeah, I've gifted but never sold. I would not know where to begin with selling my completed paintings. Actually, no, I have no idea. Do I sell them framed? Do I quote frame not included? How would you charge for that? You have to obviously think of the cost of the kit, then add on your time on top of that. I have no idea how to do that. Question 5. Do you display your diamond paintings and do they get framed? Yes and yes. I have not displayed all of my paintings. I do have an A3 and an A1 artist folder where the ones that aren't framed get stored. I do, however, swap some out. So I do have this. There's one. There's a 30 by 40 I have in the hall, and that's more seasonal. Whereas I have an image for spring, an image for summer, an image for autumn, and an image for winter. So every 3 months when the season starts, it gets swapped out. So that rotates. The Santa is in a frame where I keep my Sanderson sisters. But the Sanderson sisters is only in there until Nick finishes his bears, whenever that will be. I have been waiting for a year for him to finish this big 60 by 80 of black bears. Therefore, I put the Sanderson sisters in from Hocus Pocus. But right now Santa is back in. Put him back in last night. I have another 2 in the living room that I do swap out with winter scenes, but that's the only time they get swapped out is in the winter time, But yeah, they all get framed. The ones I have 2 in my room. I have an Evershine and a Diamond Dots displayed in my room, both framed. There is a few in my youngest daughter's room, which are framed, and the one I done for my son is also framed. Question 6. What are your pet hates? Okay, so this isn't relating to diamond painting. This answer is generalised, okay? My pet hates... Hang on a second. My pet hates are dirty dishes in the sink, clothes on the floor, the toilet seat up, rubbish not in the bin when there's a perfectly good empty bin. I don't mean just lying on the floor beside it, I just mean left behind and not put in the bin. Queue skippers. That really annoys me. People standing in the middle of, let's say, at the shopping aisle talking when people are trying to get past, and especially in the current climate, it's not good. I've got quite a few. I do not like a messy bed. It's one thing I cannot do is sleep in a bed full of stuff. I do keep some stuffed animals on my bed, but that's only after I get up and the bed is made and they get cleared off before bedtime. But that's just me. Yeah, okay, I'm 42 and I have stuffed animals on my bed. Sue me. Pet hates, what else? Oh, there is quite a few, and they don't relate to diamond painting, so how deep do you want to delve with that one? So I'm going to move along. There is more than that. Let's just try to think of them now. Sorry, got a bit of blue tack on that. What are you passionate about? Question 7. I am passionate about my family, if I'm being honest. I always like to make sure Nick and the children, regardless of age and location, are okay. Hang on a second. Sorry about that. Now, where was I? Question 7. What are you passionate about? What did I say? My family. I am passionate about my family. I'm passionate about how well my children and my partner I'll keep. Hang on, I did have a wee straight to this where I paused you, but didn't do very well, did I? If they are unwell, I make sure that they get better. Will they have to see a doctor if necessary, or self-medicate, depending on what's wrong, obviously. Now, let's say for instance, oh god, this blue tack is really stuck down here, hang on. Let's say for instance Nick is having problems, okay? Let's say, for talking sake, with his eyes. I will go on at him and on at him and on at him until he's got it sorted out. He will not hear the end of it. And that's because I actually care and love him. Just want to make sure they're okay. I'm passionate about the well-being of my family. I'm passionate about mental health awareness for my own personal reasons, as I have mentioned before. I'm also passionate about the LGBTQ community, also for personal reasons, which I'm not really wanting to get into right now, but I am passionate about awareness on that. Autism awareness for obvious reasons, because of my babies. see. There isn't that much I'm passionate about, but when I find something that I feel strongly about, there really is no stopping me. And I'm going to put these butterflies here because you can see my image. That number, I found that number 11 on my hand yesterday. Yeah, I need to get another sticker for that. And if I have any handy, I can do it. Yeah, hang on. Oops, nearly. But I have found a new passion. Well, I've rekindled a passion, I should say. And that is creating content on YouTube. That has taken up quite a bit of my time this past week. But that's because I'm catching up with editing footage from the time lapse. But I think I found a new passion doing this. Okay, who is your favourite human or humans? Oh, that's so easy. Nick, Siobhan, Nathan, Kaylee. Used to be my mum. Well, it still is, but she's no longer here. She is still one of my favourites. She's still with me. Yeah, they're my favourite humans because I don't really bond with many people, as it were, but my family, yeah, my favourite peeps. Like, obviously I have a bond with Nick, like we are of course together, and then there is Siobhan, who's my eldest. Bonded with her. She's my favourite. She's my favourite nurse. She's my favourite nurse in the world. And with Nathan, he's one of my favourites because he is my only son. And he makes me laugh so much. He is so funny. And then there's Kaylee, my other daughter. Kaylee is Kaylee. But she's funny. She's got her own little quirks as well. Yeah, they're my favourite people in the world. I can't really say I have other favourites. I do have one other favourite, and that's my best friend Leah. Leah. We've had a bond for about 6 years. She's the same age as my eldest, but but is there something about our friendship that makes it unique, I suppose? Okay, what kind of music do you like? I like all sorts of music. That's question 9. I like all sorts of music. I like rock, metal, some pop. I do like some classical. Nothing wrong with that. I do not like things like Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber. I don't have the time for them. Just not my cup of tea. And that's not an age thing, it's a taste thing. But I like your classic rock as well. I like your Metallica, your Iron Maiden. I like the newer stuff. Well, new to me, I should say. We're going back to the 90s, and I say Marilyn Manson. I like Pink. I like Garbage. I've grown to like Lady Gaga. I have grown to like her. I think her track Born This Way was the deciding factor on it. Let's go pull this back a little bit. This is actually taking longer than I thought it would. Hang on. Let's see. Come on. That right? No, I don't need that one. No, I don't actually need that one there. I forgot to put my clips on my canvas, didn't I? Twit. It's more slidey today. Who else do I like? I like My Chemical Romance. Tenacious D. There's a mix. I do have a mix of music that I like. So it's not just the one genre, which is actually quite good, because then I have something different to choose from, depending on the mood I'm in. Okay. Question 10. What did you want to be when you grew up? The first thing I wanted to be when I grew up was a hairdresser. Then I wanted to be a nurse. Then I wanted to be a hairdresser again. Now, here's my stories. I used to love doing my grand's hair. Just pretend to put rollers in and stuff when I was just a little girl. I was tiny. But she used to let me do her hair while she would sit and knit and watch TV. I do the same with my aunt as well. And that made me want to be a hairdresser. Then me and my sister went on holiday with my gran to see one of my gran's friends. We were there for about a week, I think. And my gran's friend wasn't keeping too well, and I used to help look after her, get her in and out of bed, get her to the bathroom. Now, I can't remember how old I was, but I think I was still in single digits. And her friend actually said to my gran she'd make a lovely wee nurse, or a great wee nurse. And then that was when I decided I wanted to be a nurse. However, I did not do well at school. I took chemistry instead of biology for a start. So I knew I did not have any qualifications or any reason to take the UK CAT. Was it the MCAT? Was it we call it here, where it's the medical exam before you apply to uni to become a doctor or nurse or something? Can't remember now. But I knew I wouldn't be able to do that. So I decided I was going to become a hairdresser again. And I trained, well, I didn't really train, I was a junior for maybe a year. Nothing really came out of that. I learned how to shampoo. I learned how to neutralise perms. Didn't do any colour, didn't do any cuts. That was about it really. Then I went away, had a baby, got married, left me and my husband and then split up. To cut a long story short, I decided I was going to go to college and train to become a hairdresser. This was back in 2013. I was 33 at the time. So that was all good. I was there for 2 years. Did not make it into HNC, which is the 3rd year of hairdressing, but I decided I wanted to be a makeup artist. So I went to college for another 2 years. I've done my level 6, done my HNC in college, but while I was doing hairdressing I did do some beauty and in evening classes, and I was doing so well. I'd done basic waxing, I've done gel nails, but I'm not very good at nails. Eyelash enhancements, or eye enhancements even, which is your party lashes, brow and lash tinting, also like tweezing brows into a shape. So that's when I learned that. That was about 6 years ago. No, 8, I don't know. 2013, 2014 I'd done that. That was fine, but I went to study makeup, which was fine. But when I left college, I opened up the rooms where I work just now. There was 2 rooms. I was originally it had been opened up as a makeup studio, but because I had another room I thought, well, I might as well use these beauty units that I've got and do that too. And then people started to ask me, do you do massages? Do you do pedicures? There was this, there was that. So I decided, instead of forking out thousands of pounds on individual training courses, I was going back to college. I was 38, nearly 37, coming up for 38, when I went to another college to study beauty, and that was the course I loved. I loved it much more than hair. I loved it much more than makeup. I learned so much. I got so much support. Even I thought I was going to have a meltdown, and I have been doing beauty ever since. So I'm now a beauty therapist. Didn't become a nurse, didn't become a hairdresser. I became something I never thought I'd be in my wildest dreams, something I never even thought about. I became a beauty therapist, or a beautician as some people still call them. Now remember ladies, we are beauticians, not magicians. We can only do so much. People seem to forget that. Okay, question 11. Question 11 was answered in question 10. Did you become that dream? No, I did not become a hairdresser, and no, I did not become a nurse. I've just explained all that. Number 12. Name your biggest fear. Oh, that's easy. Losing my children. Hands down, I do not want to be the one to bury them. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with that thought. That's my biggest fear. I'm also afraid of wasps. And there is a name for that. I think it's schizophobia. I'll type it in here. I'm petrified of wasps, but that does not match in any way, shape or form in losing my kids, regardless of how old they are. I can't even deal with the thought of that. So let's move on. What are your goals? My goals is to move out of this house into, well, this flat, into a proper house with a garden, where I can actually let my daughter out unsupervised. She'll still be supervised, but I don't have to be looking out the windows and try to find her. Not live in fear like we do because of a neighbour we have, and just to have a happy, healthy household. That's my goal. I want us out here. That's why I'm trying to work so hard to earn enough to get us our own place. I want to be able to buy somewhere and not rent it, so we can do what we want, not worry about consequences, and we can decorate it the way we want. Yeah, that's my goal. This isn't a private let, so we can decorate it the way we want, but we can only do so much with what we have here, because we don't want to make too much noise because of our downstairs neighbour, who is very, very unpleasant, putting it politely. So yeah, that's a goal. I think that's my major goal, is to get a better place to live. Okay, where do you see yourself in 10 years? In that said house. That was question 14. In 10 years, I see us in that said house. And I'm going to work my big butt off to get it. I'm going to work so hard to get there. 15. Do you have any other hobbies? I do actually, yeah. The first thing I learned to do as a hobby was knit. I was taught to knit as a child by my grandmother, who was a fantastic knitter. Oh, she was a beautiful knitter. She always has something on the go, usually something for me or my sister. And then when my cousin was on the way, she started knitting for him. She was always knitting something. Loved her. So she taught me to knit. My ex-husband's late mother, she taught me how to cross stitch. I was watching her, well I was actually pregnant with my eldest at the time. I was watching what she was doing. I was fascinated. I actually was fascinated by this. Making pictures out of thread. Of course I've heard of tapestry by then, but tapestry was not something I knew too much about. I know a little bit about it now, but still not a great deal. So I have actually been cross stitching for, I would say, just over 24 years. So knitting, cross stitching, of course diamond painting, but that's the hobby we have now, not another hobby. In recent years I taught myself how to crochet, and every time I go to do a crochet I have to refresh my memory on how to do the stitches because I keep forgetting. But I've done a few crochet things. I've done a blanket, I've done a keyring, just basic stuff really. Let's see. We have also, Nick and I have also started to have a joint hobby of pyrography, the art of wood burning. We don't get to do it as much as we would like. We actually stopped doing it before, we stopped doing it when we both had COVID because we didn't want to affect our respiratory system as the way it already, more than it already has been affected with the virus, and we haven't actually picked it up since we got better. But with him on nights it's kind of hard to get that time, because only do it in the evening when Keely's in bed and there's less chance of her touching the wood burning tool and burning herself. So there's pyrography, which we're still getting the grips with. See, I suppose I would say YouTube is a hobby because I like doing it. I guess it's a hobby. Yeah, okay, YouTube. Creating YouTube content, I suppose that's a hobby. Can I say it's a hobby? I'm not sure, but to me it is. Okay, we're nearly finished here. Look at that, I told you it's a very small section today. Okay, and the last question is, do you have any advice for diamond painting beginners? Lots. Well, some. Get a light pad. Number one, get a light pad. If you're just starting out and you're going with budget companies, some canvases may be hard to see. I would suggest get a light pad. I prefer to use a light pad, it's just me. I would say, yeah, absolutely get a light pad. It doesn't have to be a big fancy one. It could be a very basic USB powered A4. Even if it's just to start off with, you can always upgrade down the line. But definitely get a light pad. Get blue tack for your pens. And I would say start off with a small design around, maybe a partial, so you can get the feel of it. See how you're basically dipping your toe in the water, testing the water, see how you get on, see how you feel after you're finished. 4. But yeah, definitely just have fun with it. There's no really big secret in diamond painting. Relax, have fun, but please do get a light pad. And don't get a complicated design, don't get one with too many colours. Get a wee partial with about 10-15 colours and see how you feel after that, because you don't want to stress yourself out or be, intimidated or feeling daunting, or have that daunting feeling with the colours and the size and everything else involved. So that's my advice anyway. And that's all my questions. So, did I cover enough? Is there more people would like to know? And excuse the arm. Is there any more people would like to know? Look at this. Nice wee small section. I nearly finished it. 2 colours left. This was an easier one. This will be a shorter video for you all. My videos are too long, aren't they? Like, come on. An hour and a quarter for yesterday's? Oof. Hope you got a big project and a lot of time. You sit and do that while I talk crap. Okay. Nearly finished. I've not actually changed this blue tack out, I've only added onto it to make it more level. I'm well impressed. And I feel like it's, if I feel like it is sinking in, I just pick a little bit out with tweezers and leaving it out. I have not changed it yet. It's great, I wish I'd done this ages ago. Blue tack all the way. I do still want to try the glue dot thing. I do believe I did use the wrong ones the other day. Such is life. So maybe give them a try at some point again. But those glue dots that I've got will not go wasted. They will get used for something else. Okay, last colour. It's 3837. Oh my god, this is so easy. There's a bunch of 3s. Like that. Come on. 3, 3. 3. The 3 there. 3 there. And 3 singles. Look at this. Bump. Bump. Boom. There we go. Done. Job's a good one. That was such a small section. So much simpler to do. Especially since it was all colour blocking. Let's turn this off for a minute. There we go. There. That looks so much better now with the light off. I'm going to take this back a bit and just get my hand out of the way. You see I've made that into a straight line because I can't cut my paper straight. So I like to make sure I at least have the drills all levelled up. Got blue tack on the canvas. Ah, got to deal with it. Stupid blue tack. Anyway, with these pens, tray, and let me see. Can I actually zoom out this time? Ooh, it's working. What's happened here? I want to be careful how much I zoom out because I do have a very cluttered desk. Maybe what I think? Yeah, I'll do. You can see my phone. Okay, so we have uno, dos, tres, and cuatro. 4 days down, 20 to go. Are you ready for me? Don't think I am. But anyway, I would like to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit, I'm actually zooming in to see my legs. Let's get this out of the way. There we go. Well, I would like to thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to leave a comment. Click that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Why not leave a nurse emoji in the comments? Let me know you've watched this video all the way through. Yeah, do a nurse. Put a nurse in. Or even if you can't find a nurse emoji, type nurse anywhere in the comments if you're writing something. And I can't wait to see you again tomorrow. Take care of yourself, wear your mask, and be careful out there. Bye.